It's this budget thing that is blocking a lot of my team from getting that order signed.
My answer is going to be the same no matter what your answer to this question is, but I'm just curious. Are they getting hit with budget before they talk about the product and monetize it, or after you talk about the product and monetize it? And when I say monetize it, I mean monetize the value of them doing business with you.
Right. It is usually at the end.
Okay.
You know, at the end.
Okay.
Yes.
Whether it's before or at the end, you're welcome, and I'm a dork. You're welcome, and I'm embarrassed. You're welcome, and this makes me look slightly like a super nerd. But I literally lay in bed at night thinking about this kind of stuff so you guys don't have to. And I've thought about budgets a lot, okay? And that is this. A budget cannot exist unless it's compared to something. A budget, it's impossible. It cannot exist unless it's compared to something. So when somebody goes, ooh, you know, that's not going to fit in our budget, you're going to say, totally get it. Hey, just out of curiosity, on your budget, is your budget, you know, our budget's $100,000. Just out of curiosity, compared to what when you set that budget? Compared to the solution you have right now, other solutions that you're looking at, or what you were hoping to pay. Those are three totally different buckets. I see Tanya writing some notes down now. She should be. She's in logistics, okay? This happens to her all day, every day, and twice on Tuesdays, because people don't realize how freaking expensive it is to move something from A to B, okay? So it's important for her to go, on your budget on this relocation, compared to what? Other relocations that you've done in the past, other companies that you're looking at, or what you had expected to pay. Well, that's what we used in the past. Got it. Remind me again of why we're talking, right? Well, your software, our software that we have right now, it doesn't do X, Y, and Z. Now, don't be a jackass, okay? Even though you just hit the jackpot, don't be a jackass. And that sounds like this. Well, that's why ours is more, because it actually works. Totally understand. Here's what I'd like to do, okay? I want to focus on where we can help you get with A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. I am very certain we solve monster problems with our software. I am very certain that the juice will be worth the squeeze, okay? But if we could hold budget off to the side and focus on the results that you're going to get with the software package, if I'm unable to give you a tremendous amount of lift, I will be the first one to raise my hand and let you know. But I want to be crystal clear on something. As far as our pricing, we keep it really simple. We don't overcharge, we don't overinflate, we keep it straightforward. I realize that it's less than your budget right now. I've got that 100K written down. I'm actually writing it down. I've got that 100K written down. But if we could just hold it off to the side for a little bit and focus on the differences that you need. If I'm not able to give you those differences, it's not going to make sense to move over to us regardless. I mean, if I'm not able to give you the lift, even if I gave it to you for free, the headache involved in switching from the partner you have now to a different partner, that's going to be way more of a headache than you want to switch. In terms of why you reached out to us and what you're looking for, take me back through that one more time. What's important to you? Why is that? What was your biggest reason for looking for another vendor, right? So that's what our budget is compared to what we have now. Here's the other thing. What if they say, well, we just set that budget based on other software companies, Laura, that I'm looking at? Different version of virtually the same story. Totally understand. There are a ton of choices out there. Sadly, it's not great at parties. It's great for situations like this though. I live and breathe this software. So if we could hold the budget off to the side, and I wrote it down, 100 grand, okay? I am not in the business of hammering square pegs into round holes. All right, if I can't give you a tremendous amount of lift, and by the way, I've got your 100, I will try to stay as close to that budget as we can, but getting you the lift that we need, here's my other commitment to you, okay? If we can hold budget off to the side and focus on where you're at right now and where you want to be, if I cannot help you, I will be the first one to raise my hand. I know every other outfit in the industry. I have no problems pointing you in their direction, save you a bunch of time within your search. Fair enough? Right? Now they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to be honest with Tanya or Laura or Sean because Sean's, Tanya, or Laura is going to be honest with me. And by the way, be honest with them. Raise your hand if you can't help them. Right? Be like, you don't need us. We're enterprise level. Where you guys are at right now, it's not, we're a $250,000 a month package, and we're the ones that can take companies from 10 million to 100 million. What you're looking for is more in that smaller suite of products to get you to that first 10 million in top line revenue, at which point, please give me a call. Because I can get you from 10 to 100 a lot faster than most companies get from 1 to 10, but we're not a right fit right now. Let me recommend Beeswax. Okay, they're an amazing outfit. They're out of St. Louis. It's well within your budget. They're going to get you where you want to go here for the next 8 quarters. But once you start to get closer to that $10 million mark, I want you to call me. Fair enough? Right? Be honest with them. The last iteration of that is they'll say, oh, well, that's just what I wanted to pay. Totally get it, right? Totally get it. I live and breathe this stuff. I totally understand. Here's the thing. I've written it down. If we get you the wrong software, no matter what you're paying, it's not going to be worth it. How about we do this? We're really aggressive on our pricing. We don't put any fluff in there. We don't do any discounts. We're very, very firm on our price. We price everything extremely competitive. I realize that what you wanted to pay was $100,000. If we could do this, I think the juice would be really worth the squeeze for you. I live and breathe this stuff, okay? I realize I got to get a life. I've written down you're at 100 grand, okay? If I can learn a little bit more about your situation, where you guys are at right now, where you want to go, I'll be able to make a recommendation of what we have that will get you there as close to 100,000 as possible. If I can't get you there, or I'm way out of the mark, or your needs are not within the scope of the tremendous amount of lift that we give our clients, if we can have that conversation first before focusing on budget, I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say it's not a fit to work with our organization, and I'll be able to point you in the right direction of some organizations that can help you. Fair enough? And I've been saying this for 20 years, 100% of the time the other person goes, yes, thank you. Looking is a real problem, right? But the problem is when they say, but 100,000, hold on, let me see what I have for $100,000. Or worse, we're 250 grand. Both of those scenarios are not good. They're not collaborative. What we need to do is we need to isolate that 100 grand, put it off to the side, and get their permission to leave it on the side while we have a conversation. The best way to get somebody to leave the money off to the side is to let them know we will raise our hand and let them know if we can't help them. And because we're dorks on this, we'll be able, don't call yourself a dork. I do that, but whatever. Because we're experts, dork, expert, sometimes the same thing, we'll be able to point them in the right direction. Listen to this line, save you a bunch of time, Ian. Fair enough? So that's how I want you to handle that.